Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Lone from NightOwl Central, and we're going to be playing Hearts of Iron 4 as the German Reich. Now, this is episode 6, and currently we are assaulting the Soviet Union. I've enacted a battle plan, and now we will do it. Boom. Let's see what happens. We're doing really well with our manpower. And, it's partly because we weren't consistently aggressive all the time. We just kind of sat back a lot of the times and, conserved our manpower. Ooh, I love the way that's just disappearing. It's wonderful. Alright. However, I do see gaps. Oh, whoa. Nope, never mind. Alright, they opened themselves up. Oh, I see. Oh, no, it's closing. Alright, I did pretty well. Alright, okay, cool. Alright. Alright. That's nice. Nice looking. But yeah, so right now we are destroying the Soviet Union, and the rest of the episode is going to be sort of peacetime, and what we will... Okay, now there's gaps. Alright, we gotta do it. Okay. And what we're going to be doing after peacetime, or after the war, and how we as a nation will adjust, or if we won't, who knows. But yeah, and what the steps will be for Germany afterwards. So we've almost killed off the Soviets, and I just noticed this lone English horseman, the 22nd Cavalry Division, the UK, just sitting off in Soviet land. Oh, actually, no, there's another one. Right here. Another random Wow. Another horseman from the UK, random. But yeah, we're about to take Gorky. And once we take that, it is over for the Soviet Union. Boom. Yeah? Yeah. Alright. They capitulate. Come on. What? 22%? How? Aw. Okay. Whatever. So... So we have ended the peace treaty over the Comintern War, and we got a bunch of client states. We got Mongolia, we got the Dutch East Indies, we got the Russian Empire, which is now composed of this little square. Japan, however, was able to take over all of Russia, essentially. And then the Bohemian Empire took this. We were also able to get some client states down here. Which one empire? It's called the Empire of Fire. And then we have the Caucasus Authority. And then Greater Armenia. It's just amusing little names. However, we are still fighting against the Allies, and I'm thinking about saying fuck it and turning around and declaring war against the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere, and just seeing what will happen from that. I'm befriending China right now, so we'll see how that'll work out. Should be good, should work out in our favor. However, we don't have any manpower right now, so I'm just going to sit back and wait for manpower to grow. And we are still losing ships. That's odd. It's because they have anti-air. Yeah. But that's one thing I haven't understood is why is it that even though the UK capitulated and they're the creators of the faction, why is it that they or that we're still in the war? Never really had that before, so I don't know. I guess we'll find out eventually. But yeah, we're befriending China right now, and now we're going to. Actually, I don't think you can even. Okay, so and then I'm gonna do this. Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, and I don't know if I can do this pact. I might not be able to, but either way, I either want to, puppet Turkey, or the other thing that we can do is Operation Tannenbaum, which is gains an annex war goal against the Swiss Imperial Confederation. Since the Swiss decided to join the East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere, we can instantaneously attack them. But everything should be fine. So, right now, what I did was I started a Lend-Lease with all of our allies, giving them 5,000 Tier 3 infantry equipment every month. It's the least I could do to keep them alive. We've also upgraded our manpower laws, so now we're going to be getting double. We got now 10% of the population can be called into the military. We were only at 5% previously, so that'll be roughly double of what we've used this entire match. So that'll be good for us, as well as we've started up on the Operation Tannenbaum, which is the war goal to annex Switzerland. That will spark the Axis versus Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere war. That'll allow us to take out Switzerland. That'll allow us to take out Turkey. That'll allow us to take back all of our puppet state Russia's land. It will also allow us to help out China and to take out the Allies without much BS. And honestly, going against the East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere won't really do much, or won't really be that hard. They don't have much of a navy. They've used up most of their manpower. Let's look at this. They're at service by requirement. Both of them are. So, I mean, granted, they will have double their manpower over the course of time, but yeah, I think we can beat them. With China's help, I think we can beat them. So we just declared war against Switzerland, and now we are just taking them out. So far, everybody in Axis has joined up in the war, and only the United States has joined the Swiss currently. But that should change soon. We'll see. I've never really seen a three-way war, I guess. So, like, the Allies are at war with both us and Japan, and then we are both at war with each other and the Allies. I mean, obviously, but, okay, so El Salvador and Siam have both declared war. It's kind of weird. Japan isn't joining the war. Like, I'd think that they would, but they aren't. I don't know why. It's odd. I'm pretty confident that they won't be able to beach in... oh. Where did that come from? They won't be able to beach in Europe, but where did their planes come from? What? All the way from Switzerland, really? Or no? Who owns this? The owner... Ah, it's the Free American Empire. Okay, so they own that area. I'm gonna set up some planes. Fighters. Alright. Well, we took over the air. Win-win. GG. We're still fighting on the land. They're pushing, pushing, pushing. But they're at scraping the barrel and have 250,000 men. So there's nothing they can do. They will be dead here soon. China is... Whoa. Is it the Free American Trade? Wow, Free American Empire. For real, though? For real, real? And since Japan didn't join in the war, I'm starting a war goal against them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Let's kill them all. Kill them. Fucking kill them. Kill them already. Kill them. The fucking Bohemian Empire won't join the war, so we can't actually hit it from this side. But I got the my client states down here to join. So hopefully we can start taking out Japan from this side, and then we can just move in with these troops and just start taking the south. And we have a naval invasion that's going to take about 70 more days to hit Leningrad. So that'll be good. Wow, they have 10,000 as an occupation. That's huge. What? I don't even get that. Is that over what? What is that over? Probably the occupation of Russia. I don't even know. Yeah, it's probably the occupation of Russia. Russian Empire, yeah. There we go. I want my client state to have all its shit back. And I mean, we've declared war. We're at war with Switzerland, the U.S., I think some South American states, and Japan and its friends. We're actually at war with all of the greater East Asian co-prosperity sphere. Xinjiang is getting fucking huge, and I think that's just China in general. Yeah, I'm not sure actually. What? Oh my god, now that... Oh my god, now it's neutral. You gotta be fucking kidding me. This is gonna be so fucking annoying. So we have to force the Russians to declare war against these guys. I'm gonna take over this city first before I force the Russians to declare war against them. Oh, that's annoying. But yeah, and I mean, it's they can't attack. I mean, they won't be able to invade Europe proper. However, they can. Oh, whoa, wait. Yeah, there we go. However, they probably can invade Africa and do some damage there. However, we do have our allies there, so I don't know how well that's going to work for them. Then, alright, let's call to arms. Send. Force them into the wall. Yes, alright. Now we can do work. Yes. Alright. Boom, boom. Let's open up the whole line. Yakety yak yak yak. If only we had horses. Boom, boom. Yeah, but we have nukes that are developing. I don't know when we're gonna be using them. Maybe never. Who knows? We'll see. I don't think that the Russians actually will capitulate too quickly. They might. Who knows? Let's actually look at the. Yeah, so they're at 0% right now, and I think that as long as we liberate a shit ton of their land, oh, they're at 6%. Oh no! Oh no! Let us push forward, men. Push forward, onward to victory. Well, I mean, Switzerland is in a standstill with us right now, so not really much. I'm just gonna attack them, deplete some of their manpower. Hopefully. Yes. 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 Kill them. But yeah. It's really all we can do. Just attack them and hope that we deplete a good amount of manpower. Every time. Just keep doing that periodically. So it's unfortunate that we actually had to bring the Russian Empire into the war, primarily because in doing so, we've kind of forced them into subjugation. We forced them to capitulate because they're all the way over here, and we had to force them into it, otherwise we couldn't advance in the war. So it's unfortunate, but hey, that's just the way it goes, I guess. We're pushing pretty well. However, China is actually getting pushed back. I think that's excuse me, primarily because they've thrown so many troops over here in the north. But we'll see. So now that we have pushed off the Japanese borders, the Bohemian Empire finally decided to join in on the war. But Xinjiang is doing well. I don't even know if it's just Xinjiang. I'm pretty sure it's China proper that's pushing it like that. And the Russian Empire is kicking ass. I don't know how or why. Actually, they have 4 million manpower right now. I started sending them a lend-lease of 5K infantry equipment a month. So hopefully that'll help them out. But Yeah, it's probably because we're taking over so much territory that's actually theirs, so they're getting all the manpower from it, which in turn is helping them actually keep their actual land that they their land that they have right here. I mean, yeah, look, they already have what? How many? 34. They have 34 divisions so far. They've been able to take over land, not just lose it. It's quite substantial. Oh, wow. So Japan's the one that's been bombing the fuck out of them. Wow. Okay. Well, Japan just set a nuke off in communist China. That's no bueno. No, Russia. Don't die on us. We can get to you. Stay alive. Travel all of Russia just to save Russia. No. Russia capitulated. No. Oh, look at this. Now we have to take it all back because these bitches capitulated. That is just obnoxious. The reason why I turned around and put everything on the Bohemian line is so that while we may lose some men, overall, I don't want to lose that many. So we're going to just rush them backwards and then have them post up on the Bohemian line and then push from there out. We will let our allies do all of the cleaning up of the small shit. We're just going to rush all the way over here when we do hook up with the Bohemian line. we're going to continue on until the end of the year. And then once the end of the year hits, we're going to be ending the episode right then. Even though the Russian Empire capitulated, since this is their area, they're still going to be able to use the factories, use the manpower, and create military grand forces and actually push back against the Japanese. However, the only difference is that here they're on our side, and now they can no longer capitulate. We're still sending them 5,000 infantry equipment a month, so that will hopefully help them out. And they're sending us 6 support equipment a month. It's awesome. Appreciate it, buds. It seems like most of our armies will be able to return safely back to the Bohemian line. It seems like out of everything, we have only lost 1 division total this whole endeavor against Japan. So I find that's really good. Okay, now destroying all of the front lines and repositioning all of the troops. That's weird. Well, we'll just have these men continuing up forward for now. It's very odd that I couldn't put them on the Bohemian border. Do not like that. So we're actually just going to make a fallback line. Boom. There we go. And now they will all go there. Yeah, we've actually been able to retake what we had taken quite quickly, surprisingly enough, with the help of our allies and the Russians themselves. We've been able to retake what we took. Wow, the Russians are already at 2.6 million manpower. However, they're not really building... They haven't really built any divisions as of yet, so they need to get up on that. China seems to be doing well. We started sending them 5,000 infantry equipment a month, so hopefully that'll help them in the war effort. But yeah, there's really not much else to talk about. The Turkish Empire still hasn't really taken a side in the war, and we've also sort of just completely forgot about the Allies as a whole, because they're useless. They have no power whatsoever. We were also thinking that we could go up and use this naval base to invade this, or to invade Iceland. I mean Greenland, sorry. We're going to use Iceland to invade Greenland, and then use this naval base to invade northern Canada, and then we could swoop down in the Free American Empire. I don't know, but it would be interesting to do that. I was thinking I'd do it next episode. Really force the Americans to either help, Japan against the Chinese and against us up here, or to just turn around and try to save themselves. And I feel like they will do the latter of the two options, which will leave Japan open to get completely wrecked by China and us. With that being said, we should declare war against Turkey and then Iran in order to hit the British Raj. But again, that's going to be for next episode. I was thinking we could come down, attack Iran, depending on what faction they join, doesn't really matter. Then turn around and use this front to attack the British Raj, and then also Southeast Asia, the remaining Free France and British Malaya. We also need to relieve the allies of all of their little islands. That'll take quite a long while. A lot of naval invasions. Ireland is still holding strong, well, roughly. Ooh, what is this? Ooh, it's Japan. Oh, and the United States. They losing ships. They thought they could do something, but they can't. Nah. They can't do anything. Nothing. When it comes to the Navy and the Air Force, we have it on lock. And then the Navy's really good too. We're actually going to have to, with the Air Force, we're going to have to fill in all the gaps here. Ugh. Just realized that. Bump up our Air Force to over 1 million. That's what I'm guessing we're going to have to do. Ah, yes. Down here. Wait, no. Yeah, we had 2,000 ships. Okay, they still have 1,000 Air Force there, and they have 3K now. Okay. So, with the 3,000, actually can't reinforce it. Oh, there we go. Maybe. Set limit. Alright. Yeah, they still have, even though we have control over the air, they still have quite a number. There we go. They still have quite a number of planes, as you can tell, in the air. Mainly from the United States. Mainly, but I mean, it's destructive. Why do they keep sending me Lend Leases? Why is that continually a thing? Oh, wait. Fuck. $23. I'm gonna make you. Oh no, cancel. Promote you the person I promoted. There you are. Alright. Ah, Switzerland is at 0. So we're going to be able to take them out relatively quickly. Now that they don't have any manpower, for one, their air force is going to be destroyed. For two, their actual army itself won't be able to sustain its divisions. So we'll be able to push them back, as well as allies will be able to help us out with that push. But yeah, it's kind of a little just overview of what's going to happen and how episode 7 will go from then on out. Wow, we're actually needing support equipment quite a bit, apparently. So I'm going to double up on you, bring you down to 10, and I'm going to reduce you a bit. Okay. Building a shit ton of tanks still. Currently, because we have, I think it's like 14 tanks in each. 30 anti-air, 36 anti-tank, 36 artillery, 20 motorized. Oh, 120 light tanks. Never mind. We have 120 light tanks per division, which is great. But yeah, each division is 14,000 troops. Well, 13,800. That's awesome. But add you to that. This is going to be the end of the episode. So I do hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe and comment what you thought. And stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks.